a third BattleTech review in a week. Who fucking loves you, bitch? I do. So, if you watch any of my videos, you know I don't care for Alpha Strike. I'm just not interested in the game. The main difference from Alpha Strike to regular BattleTech is about 5 to 12 hours of gameplay. Alpha Strike is the fast-moving version of BattleTech with a lot of rules stripped down and pulled away. First of all, I'll say the box cover looks really great. The art is really good. Everything in the box is really good quality. And the mechs that you get are a decent batch, and we'll get to those later. Here's your normal, like, short novel or novella. This comes in, like, every, like, box set. Usually it's just a, like, a story of what's going on. Good book. Haven't read any of them yet, though. But they're all pretty, like, pretty basic, like, little BattleTech stories. So you have the cards. Now, Alpha Strike is kind of card-based instead of having the big resource sheets. You just have the little cards. These are the support cards. I skimmed through the rules. I still don't know everything about the game. I've just been really busy doing other stuff. But it comes with, like, stuff for artillery and, like, I guess airstrikes and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's a lot different than regular BattleTech. But all the cards are really good quality. Here you're just seeing, like, all of them. I'm kind of curious how they're going to do the vehicles for the next wave coming out. There's, like, the long tom cannons. And so here are all the, I guess, the character mechs or character cards. So in well, even I think in Rogue BattleTech you can have characters and stuff like that. But Alpha Strike, they kind of, you know, I guess do it for you. Here's the cards. So instead of those record sheets, these are the cards. It comes with 13 mechs. Now, I believe none of these mechs are unique, as in you can get them from the other sets, but these are how the fuck do you say it? Like alternate, like, poses and weapons and stuff. Comes with dice. We've all seen the fucking dice before. Only 2 though. It's like all these games take like 12 dice to play, but it's like, yeah, you're getting 2. I'm really happy with the mechs. I mostly got this for the mechs, but we'll go to those later. Here's your primer book. This comes with all the other core books or the beginner boxes and stuff like that. It's just it tells you about the Inner Sphere, tells you about the clans. You've seen it all before. This is good for the person who's getting into BattleTech and is just looking to play Alpha Strike, I guess, if you've never played. I just don't see how, I guess, someone new would get into this Alpha Strike for it just being easier, I suppose. I mean, I understand, like regular BattleTech can take a real fucking long time to play, and I understand the convenience of Alpha Strike. It's just, I prefer the, like, ridiculous amount of detail that BattleTech with the record sheets go into. Clan Ghost Bear is the best clan. I don't care, I said it. But again, the book looks good. Everything looks good. Now on to the rulebook. The rulebook is really nice. Again, I don't know all the rules for it, but I skimmed through, and it goes over everything and explains everything pretty well. I was just looking through some stuff. The attack modifier page is pretty cool. It shows you, like, the mechs. The Alpha Strike Basic, it's like on page 4. It shows you, like, all the info on the card, which I'm showing you right now. It just explains a lot of stuff, and it goes into, like, great detail. I think the rule book is solid. It comes with like buildings. It tells you know all the stuff you need to play the game. And I like that it has like some clan stuff in there too. That's one thing I really like about this box set. Is when you're buying the core BattleTech box set, the regular BattleTech game, it's all Inner Sphere shit. But this one comes with like half Inner Sphere and half clan. Well, not really half, but you know what I'm saying. There's a bunch of clan mechs in it, and to me, that's definitely a win in my opinion, because it's like you get the BattleTech box set, and then you have to go either buy the clan stuff and buy the clan invasion box, which I have. I don't think I did a review on that. I might buy another one just to buy it again, because I want the elementals and some of the other mechs in it, just to double up. And if I do that, I'll do an unboxing on that too. I'm not sure if I've done it though or not. But that's why I give this box set, even though I'm telling you, I don't fucking play Alpha Strike. I'm not interested. But coming with the Inner Sphere and the clan stuff, a little bit of everything, I think is a smart move, and a little bit jealous. See, you Alpha Strikes guys, they take care of you. Callus is taking care of you. I'm a little fucking jealous. I had to buy another whole $50 box for when the clan shit came out. This is another thing I think is kind of cool, that it comes with like paper buildings and some terrain. You know, the buildings aren't great and stuff, but it's like, that's the kind of the cool thing about the Alpha Strike, is you don't need the hex maps. So there's no map that comes in this box, and you measure your shit out instead of worrying about facing. Well, you still worry about facing, but it's not as important or hex dominated. You just measure stuff out, which is a good, easier convenience, because sometimes counting hexes can be a fucking nightmare. But all the buildings went together pretty easily. They're just simple little like paper buildings. They look good though, and it's rare that like excuse me, BattleTech box sets or anything comes with any kind of terrain. I've heard that they're going to come out with some terrain in the future, maybe with the next wave. I know they're coming out with objectives and stuff. My friend just got a 3D printer, and I'm just kind of like harassing him about printing some small buildings and shit, because making terrain for BattleTech is kind of a bitch. It's small scale stuff, but I like that that this stuff comes with some kind of terrain, and it's like a small building, there's like a medium building, and then there's like two large. And I want to say the other buildings, like the small and medium, there's like 6 or 7 of each or something like that. It's a decent amount. So like if you're playing like on a 4x4 table, you have a good amount of terrain, and it comes with trees and shit too. And I like the trees, and you'll see those a little bit. This is just me showing. There's the big one. The big building's nice. And they all like block line of sight. They all have their purpose. And I'm sure you can, like, if you have jump jets, you can jump on top of the building depending on the strength of the building. I know you could do that in regular BattleTech. I think you could probably do that in Alpha Strike. Just make sure you don't fall through the building and kill yourself. But I like the scales of these buildings. They're fucking huge. And you just have to bend them, crease them a little bit. They look really good. A little flimsy because, they're paper. But I might have to do some terrain videos and get back into making, like, BattleTech shit. I made a lot of terrain for BattleTech, but I never, like, posted videos of it. Just to see a little... Fucking so stupid putting your finger up there. Just to see the size compared to the mechs. It's pretty decent, I think. It'd be cool if they came out with like a plastic set, like you just buy separately, just the BattleTech box of terrain. Here's the quick start rules. Again, they always do quality with this. I mean, you could screw it up, but it's pretty hard at this point. I would tell you, if you're getting into any of the BattleTech games, if you have a scanner and printer, print these, make a couple copies for yourself, get them like maybe laminated. I did like these trees. The camera doesn't do them that much justice, but the colors on them really pop. And I like the two swampy looking trees, and the ferns look really cool. And they go together really simple. You just pop them out. There's like a cutout at the bottom of some trees, and then there's a cutout on the top, and they just like slide right into each other. And they're like nice sized. And they're pretty thick, so it's like, unless you beat the shit out of them or pour water on them, they're probably going to last you for a while. Here's like a mech next to one. Just as wide, just about. Almost just as tall. I think some of them are probably, like the ferns and stuff are a lot taller. But they give you an okay amount of trees. I wish there was like a few more trees in there. And then here's all your other like chips, and I don't know what the hell they do. I know there's like a blast template thing there, but I think some of them are for like walking, running, and if you're just standing still. So that's how you remember like all your heat and stuff and your modifiers to hit. I do like that. Now let's go on to the mechs. Now, not all these mechs, I believe, I'll say it again, you can buy in the other boxes, but these are, I want to say, the poses are definitely different, because I looked at a few of them, and I'll show you another archer, and some of the weapons are like different. Like you see how his arms, the guns on his arms, but overall, they're the same thing, but like you'll be... Oh, and you can see the bottom missiles. I think the bottom missile racks have... One has 5, one has 6. I think the Warhammer is the same as the other Warhammer. It wasn't that changed. I do like the mechs that come in this box too. Like you get some good light mechs, you get some good mediums, and the heavies. Like the Warhammer is definitely solid. Phoenix Hawk, you'll see later. Here's the Warhawk. The other version of the Warhawk that comes with the box doesn't have the gun under the nose, under the cockpit, and it has the LRM launcher. So this one doesn't have that LRM launcher. So there is some like noticeable differences. The Atlas is like, this is like I think the 3rd or 4th Atlas I own now. This one's the least exciting. It's just his arms are by his side. I think the repose they did in the other box is really really good, where he's kind of like looking to punch or move. It's just he could have done anything with that. The Locust looks really good. His guns are different than the other Locust that comes in the other starting box, I think. But I know that their guns are different, and this pose is fucking great. It's like a little action pose, like he's like, gotta get out of here, or so. I don't know. It just looks so fucking good. The Wraith is okay. I don't like the Wraith that much, but he does look like he's fucking running. The pose is good. I just think that mech is like meh. I'm not sure if that's in any of the other... It might be in one of the second wave boxes. I'm pretty sure of it. I think the pose is good, though. This pose isn't bad on the The Wasp. Is that a Wasp? No, right? The fuck is that? No, that's the Phoenix Hawk. What the fuck? I am so tired. This pose now. Mad Cat looks good. This is probably like the third Mad Cat I own also. I'm not a fan of the mech itself, but it is iconic, and the pose is fucking great. And that's a good mech to have, especially if you're like a beginner and getting into it. Nova Prime is really good. He's got all of his like large lasers on his arm. Large lasers. Can't speak English. That motherfucker makes a lot of heat. Here's the Wasp. He's got an alright pose. I like it. I like how his feet kind of look like, I don't know, like a hoof or something. Like there's just like a weird boot. He's got lasers on his left hip. Blackjack. Blackjack's got a decent pose. A little bit of torso twist going on. One gun up. I mean, there's only so many poses you could do with the mechs, but you know, if you're complete, can't fucking talk. Completist. Here's the Dasher. I think the other Dasher that comes in the box set has a missile launcher on his right shoulder instead of like the two laser guns. Like I think this is like all energy variant. The Puma Prime looks really cool. I like these guys. I like mechs like the Puma. What's the other guy? I can't fucking think of his name. The Cougar? Is it the Cougar? He's got the two ERPPCs on his arms, and he's like all hunchback and short. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you can write it in comments. I don't give a shit. But I like the little like chicken legs. I like them low to the ground. If you're a fan of Alpha Strike, this is definitely a box for you. And plus, it has all the rules. Comes with Clan and Inner Sphere. Okay, priced at $70. It can be a little bit expensive, but I think it's worth it for the money. If you're just looking to buy the mechs, if you just want the mechs to play in regular BattleTech, I'd say that's a little bit pricey. But if you're a complete, fuck it. If you like the alternate mechs, you could do it. That's what I did it for. But it is expensive if you're just going after the mechs. Other than that, have a good day. And that's all for me. I'm tired as fuck. I'm gonna go to bed. All right. Bye. It's worth getting, though. You should get it.